I would love to tell you the truth, and that truth is that in Nigeria, we don't take mental health serious. Hello, welcome to this episode of Pep Talk with Ada. Today we'll be talking about PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. We already started last week. I told you we'll be discussing about the 10 most popular psychological disorders. So if you're just joining us, you have to go and make reference to the previous video so you can be in line.
Pep Talk with Ada.
Most of our parents have us going through some certain things which affect us as we grow up. There has been a round of, people speaking out regarding the maltreatment and abuse they have experienced in the hands of their parents, either their father or mother or both. And these people continually get, backlashed for coming out to say, I experienced something like this. People say, why must you say that? When you grow, you will understand your father. There is nothing to understand there. You have to do better. Type of traumatic event that is capable of giving a person PTSD is childhood trauma. This is actually the basic. This is at the point where somebody is growing up as a child. There are things you don't do to your child. Even physical abuse. Most of us, small thing, you've given the child backhand. You continually talk your child down, tell them that they are not useful, tell them that they are not useful, that they cannot amount to anything. All these things are traumatic for children. You may not know how this thing affects us as individuals as we grow up, but the fact is that it affects us. And you see some people walking just the same way their father walked, or walking in the same path that their mother walked, and you think it is not a psychological problem. If you were raised in love, you tend to love other people, without so much difficulty. I would talk about childhood trauma more extensively in another video entirely. Probably by the time I'm done with the 10 psychological disorders that we are into, I will talk about childhood trauma. I really want us to do better. Take your mental health serious. Take the mental health of that child around you, that child they are raising. Take it serious, because when you don't raise your child well, you keep bringing in adults that constitute nuisance into the society. You can find certain signs in a child that had a childhood trauma while growing up. As a child, there is low sense of self-worth in them. There is that fear of what is going to happen next. There is the fear of being alone. Some of them become very dependent in their relationship. Some of these children, when they grow, they tend to tolerate abuse from other people because they were born in it, so why not? They find it really difficult to stand for themselves. You can find them craving for external validation. They always want to know what people do. They want to hear it from people. They are not confident in themselves or in what they can do. No child is born bad. Children cannot be bad people. So it's the duty of the parents that brought these kids into the world to love them and cherish them and correct them in love. The children have their own emotions, and you don't have to replicate yourself in your children or want them to go through some certain things that is not okay for them because you want it to be that way. So the fourth one should be medical trauma. Undergoing a severe or life-threatening sickness, receiving a difficult medical diagnosis, experiencing medical processes that are invasive or distressing can give someone PTSD. Even witnessing a loved one going through such, process or going through a severe illness or ailment can give you PTSD. Before my father died, I was 3. The condition he was in still gives me PTSD today. I find it really uncomfortable to be around sick people. It is very important that you take cognizance of these things I'm listing, because it will make you understand some situations you have been in, or understand why some people you have met in life act the way they act. I want to use a few seconds to ask you to like this video and subscribe to this channel, because this channel is a channel that teaches you about mental health and your psychological wellness in all honesty. And I want you to subscribe so that when I drop a video, you'll be the first to watch it, like it, and share it. In that way, you'll be the first to know what it is talking about. I'm waiting for you to subscribe. Thank you. Now, the fifth one should be terrorist attacks. Being present during a terrorist attack, such as bombing, shooting, taking you hostage, can cause PTSD. Most people that have witnessed their loved one being killed in cold blood, they still have flashbacks of this situation. And believe it or not, that event, that incident has messed up with something in their head. The next one we should look into is natural disaster. I can say we are lucky here in Nigeria. Yes, but people in other countries, they experience natural disasters that is capable of giving them PTSD. These natural disasters like hurricane, tsunami, tornado, these kind of things can make you really scared. When it's going to happen next time, you are all uncomfortable because you don't know what is going to happen. Earthquakes, flood, wildfire, your house being burnt down, your house being flooded. These things can mess up with your mental health. Like, you feel so agitated if it feels like you are going to be faced with that kind of challenge again. The last but not the least is combat or military experiences. Serving in the war zone, witnessing or experiencing violence, military fight or attack can cause PTSD. We might not know this, but when you dialogue with those in the military, they're going to tell you that when they retire or when they are out from war zone, it affects them. They picture the outside world with a different eye because of what they have seen, the bloodshed, the murder, and all that. I try as much as possible to make these videos as precise as possible, and I believe that you are getting maximum knowledge from it. So you have to encourage me by liking this video and subscribe, and also commenting in the comment section. I really want to know your thoughts. I really want to know or hear your experience. I want to know what you think about what we've talked about today. My passion and purpose is to bring you this information at your doorstep, because I understand that many of us out there might be going through these challenges, or that we know people who are going through these challenges, because this is real life. These are the things that happen every day. So whether we are ignorant of it or not, it is still part of living. So I want to always bring information to your doorstep, and I know that you find this very educating. I want you to understand that ugly experience of any kind is capable of giving us PTSD. People that have been kidnapped, they can have PTSD. People that their marriage didn't go well can have PTSD. People whose parents treated badly can have PTSD. People that did not grow up with their parent, that had to leave their home to go, it can give them PTSD. So you should understand that whatever ugly experiences someone have encountered has the capability of giving that person a PTSD. I'm not trying to say that every ugly experience somebody has encountered must give them PTSD. But if you have PTSD, this video should make sense to you. If you have also encountered somebody that felt some kind of way whenever he or she is posed with a certain situation, it is a clear sign that the person may have PTSD, concerning that particular situation. I want to encourage you to take up coping mechanisms that can help you, heal, or at least manage your PTSD, such learning about your PTSD and what triggered it. I believe that this video will help you to decide what exactly may have triggered your PTSD. Talk to others for support. I've said this in the previous video when we discussed about phobia. Always talk to somebody, express your feeling. You can talk to me, tell me what triggered your PTSD, the traumatic experience you had that you find it very hard to overcome. I'm here to help you because your mental health is my concern. The next thing should be the relaxation methods like taking deep breath, meditation, massage, self-affirmation. These things can help you to manage your PTSD. Knowing what is going on with you is actually halfway to solving it. So it is paramount that you stuff yourself up with information to know what is going on with you and or with your loved one. Another thing is talking to a doctor or a counselor. And like I always say, that is if this is a severe case, if it affects your everyday life or your daily activity. We have come to the end of today's video. If you can see this, it means that you stayed through to the end, and I'm very, very proud of you. In our next video, we'll go on to talk about OCD, that is obsessive compulsive disorder, which is the third of the psychological disorder I said we'll be treating. I know that you found this really helpful. Why not like, subscribe, and share this video so that other people who need this information can have access to it. Thank you. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a lovely week. Bye.